You may have seen these around town, on campus, or coming off of the freeway. But where did they come from? Formed long ago through lava flows and slow cooling, the shape and color of these basalt columns are a staple of the area. I'm Benicio Alexander, and I'm here to talk about the columns as a rock climber who has spent many hours hugging these rocks. Numerous basaltic lava flows have spread over the Yakima region. Hoover Mackin came to the conclusion in 1961 that these lava flows created several layers known as members, the topmost three being the Priest Rapids basalt member, the Rosa basalt member, and the Frenchman Springs basalt member. The importance of lava flows was that it brought specific material to where it needed to be to create these columns, but the lava flows themselves weren't enough for their formation. The cooling process is what gives the column shape. In order for basaltic lava flows to become these columns, with usually 5, 6, or 7 sides, they have to be cooled slowly. This could take anywhere from months to years. The slow cooling causes the material to contract, separating itself from other contracting pieces. This process is known as columnar jointing. In 2014, researcher Forbes found that water can also affect the column shape. Forbes wasn't talking about a few small puddles or a little bit of rain. No, it takes a river or a lake to make significant change. If water does intercept the lava flow, it can speed up the cooling process of the columns. Speeding up this process can cause irregular fracturing. There are two major types of fracturing that water can cause: column bounding fracture and the pseudo-pillow fracture, which is broken down into two subtypes, the master fracture and the subsidiary fracture. As you can see on this diagram, column bounding fractures occur along the striae. This fracturing looks similar to larger columns, however, they will be much less pronounced and they will be perpendicular to the cliff face. The master fracture in blue is the cliff face where pieces may have already fallen off, and subsidiary fractures in yellow that go inward. These can both take a range of shapes when they occur and generally do not stick to the expected column shape. But what changes their color? You may have noticed that some of the columns are colored differently than the others. This is due to both weathering and the basalt member that each column originated from. The Frenchman Springs basalt member consists of light yellow stone, but the Rosa and Priest Rapids basalt members have a deep red-brown color. Weathering is the reason that the stone darkened, according to Hoover Mackin. So next time you're driving in the Yakima Canyon or walking downtown and you see one of the columns, think about the journey it took to get there. Through huge lava flows, long, slow cooling, and intense weathering, we now get to enjoy them as beautiful ornamental pieces. Thank you.